Yeah. Coke fed, press some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witnessing. Tears fled the hand, I'm weak, now dead, she sweet, I guess she confessed, she thinking less, I'm drinking less. Bathroom says, investigate, spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyrim as a rock like fireworks.
Boom, boom, boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game live stream. And Thunder tonight played host to the Knicks, and of course, the Knicks wanted to get a little revenge on us because we did go into MSG and handle our business. So you could expect that they was going to come back out at us, and they most certainly did with the Thunder. The Thunder falling to them 119 to 129. The Thunder falling to 7 and 10, and the Knicks are now 9-9. So anyway, that being said, the Thunder we just didn't have it. Other than the first quarter, we were attacking, doing all the little things that you need to do, but Jalen Brunson just murdered us. Randall killed us and Barrett killed us, and there was just not a lot. But Brunson had 33, 35, whatever it was he had. We just had no answer for him at all, and you can see now what Dallas is missing. But on the other hand, as far as he's concerned, he's got a better opportunity to shine and to score, and then not be in Luka's shadow. So anyway, here are the keys to the game that I had done. Again, my keys pretty much are the same all the time, and I do change them a little bit. But the reason why I kept it the same was, we've got to keep getting off to a good start. I don't know if I'm going to change that because that did hurt us a little bit tonight. We have to cut down on the turnovers, which we have, so I won't have to necessarily say that anymore because we've done that the last couple of games, so that I'll be able to let that part go. But when you look at what we've been doing and what's been happening, the Thunder simply defensively, we get these mental breakdowns, and when we do, we don't limit the open looks. They are just, that part is just really killing us, and it just drives me crazy, the fact that we don't get out there and we don't get a hand up in their face, and we let guys shoot wide open threes all over the place. We were attacking the paint in the first quarter, but not the second quarter. And then the third quarter, which we are leading the NBA in points and point differential, we ended up tying them for that quarter. But and then of course, play within themselves, because the more we cut down on shooting threes, and the more we attack, and the less we try to do things outside of what we're capable of, that's when the Thunder get themselves in trouble when we try to do that. So, but anyway, we started the game out with SGA, Josh, Robinson, Earl, K. Will, and Dort. And I'm just going, okay, are we trying to win? Are we not trying to win? Once again, I don't know what we're doing. Are we trying to win or are we not trying to win? That's part of what drives me crazy, because why the hell would you start Kendrick Williams? I don't understand that. The best starting five we have is SGA, Josh, Dort, and then to me J-Dub, but you do have him coming off the bench, so he does finish. And Poku has been great, and Wiggins. So I would do SGA, Josh, Wiggins, Dort, and then whomever. And Poku, let's face it, has been excuse me, has been the best option lately, but J-Dub is the other guy. So I don't understand the deal with starting K-Will. I get that he's hurt, that Poku is hurt, but you're going to start him in front of Wiggins. I don't understand their philosophy. I don't get what you're doing. You can't sit there and tell me that's the best starting five that you can come up with. And I'm sorry. I'm just not going for it. Sorry. I'm just not going for it. But in the first quarter, the Thunder We were attacking the basket, we were scoring baskets, and we were standing in. But the problem is we couldn't stop them. I mean, for us to give up 39 points, I believe that's what we gave. Well, let me see. Let me check that. Make sure that's right. We gave up 38 points in the first quarter while scoring 34. You can't give up 38 points. You can't give up 38 points. But once again, our defense let us down. But we were scoring in the paint because remember the first quarter is SGA. SGA plays in the first quarter, so that allows us to get easy shots. We get a lot of shots in the paint when SGA is in the game, and then once he leaves, that's when And I see Josh trying to do more with that as far as in the paint. Um, Scoring in the paint, shooting, worrying about less threes. And the more he does that, um, the better he can get. But when I just look at this, it's just frustrating to me. But I will say this, J Dub, dude, I can't just give Sam Presti enough credit for seeing this guy, seeing the potential he had at Santa Clara, because I can tell you I did not see that coming at all. And when we first drafted the guy, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And why didn't we take blah, blah, blah? But I am certainly not unhappy with that pick. And he's just been shining and getting better and better and better. And you just watch him play, you know exactly what I mean. So at the end of the first quarter, like I said, the Knicks scored 38 points, which is just mind-boggling to me. Only 5 of 12 from three, 68 percentage, 68% from the field, 7 rebounds, 18 points in the paint, and that was Randall. We had no answer for him. You trying to guard Kendrick Williams with him, and he just had his way with him. He just looked at him going, hey, you too little. And that's exactly what happened. He was just too little, could not keep up with him. 18 points in the paint. Like I said, he was just killing us with 5 turnovers. Oklahoma City Thunder, on the other hand, 2 for 4, 59% from the field, 7 rebounds. Once again, 20 points in the paint, and a lot of that, like I said, that's SGA. And Josh Moore now. And more guys are now starting to not shoot as many threes. Dude, go to the basket, shoot a mid-range. You're right there. Knock the mid-range down. It's right there. 2 points are better than no points. We're not a very good three-point shooting 33% from the field. We're not very good. The bench, our bench was outscored by the Knicks 12-9. And, part of it is that we have to have our other players help SGA. He needs help. I mean, he can't go do it by himself. Josh can't do it by himself. Dort is playing tons better. You can see that his three-point percentage is going up with every game. And as long as he's just shooting within the flow and in rhythm, he's fine. But when he does a heat check and tries to go and do all this other stuff, it just drives me crazy. But, he is trying, and he's just trying to improve his game and become more of a well-rounded player. And I can't fault him for that. But what we need is on the defensive end, not so much the offensive end. But he is contributing offensively and doing the things that he needs to do with that. So, starting the second quarter, we had Josh, Mann, K-Will, Bays, and J-Dub. And, yes, there was a sighting of Darius Baisley. And, I like the young man, but it's just frustrating to me because of the simple fact that he's just not very good. I mean, he's a decent player, but it's just gone to sure. It's just what we're seeing now is his ability to score, his ability to finish around the rim. It's just not there. Okay, I mean, and who was it tonight? When we were up at the game tonight, up in Club Love on the bar, the main, I forget what it's called, the main bar, whatever, I don't even know the name of it, because I just know where it's at. So we're sitting there, we're talking about the game, and people were asking me about my live stream, and I'm talking to them about all of it. And their comment was, I am so tired of us drafting these high school players who don't know how to play yet. And I was like, yep, I'm talking about Baisley. And you got Poku coming out. And now, of course, Josh came out, but I think Josh was a year after that or whatever. But, the difference is that you bring in overseas players who have not played competitive basketball, and they come over here. Now they play European basketball, and that's great. And there's a ton of European players over here. There's no doubt. Okay, but not all of them can play. Most of them are mediocre, and that's what we seem to be able to find is the mediocre. The mediocre. There are not that many Lucas. There are not that many Jokers. There's just not. Valanciunas is good. I mean, there's just not that many of them that are very good. But you still try to gotta search for that one. And Baisley, I like the guy, but he seems like a very nice young man, but he can't play. And after year three, you know if somebody can play or not consistently. And Poku, to me, he has proven himself these last few games. I'm still not a fan, but I appreciate his willingness to put on 20 pounds of his legs. He needs to do his upper body and get some 20 pounds up there. But he needs to get better, but he has been the last 5 games. I take my hat off to him. He's played really, really well. But basically, on the other hand, as my guy Mark Long said, what did he say? The Baisley show in the paint. And I expanded on it, and I feel bad about saying this, but it was like the Baisley show in the paint was canceled due to lack of quality content. The Baisley show in the paint was canceled due to lack of quality content. His effort is there, no doubt. He plays hard. I have no problems with this effort, but the Baisley show in the paint, it just needs to be canceled. He just doesn't have it. It just doesn't work. But in the second quarter, the Thunder we just had some groups in there that I just did not like. Lindy Waters was in there playing quite a bit. Omanuri was playing, and I'm just going, you can't have 2 G League players on the court at the same time. What are we doing? These guys should be getting less minutes to no minutes, and that's the problem that I have with what the Thunder are doing, because you can tell the players want to win, but the question is, I go back and forth. Yes, I kind of want us to get one more last shot in the lottery to get in there and get a couple players. I'd love us to get one more shot at it. But if we don't, I'm perfectly good with what we have, and let's bring in a couple vets that can roll with SGA and Josh. We have picks, and you don't know what you're getting in the draft, clearly. So, to me, I don't know why we don't go out and we don't do that and snatch a couple of guys, because we do have the picks and the draft capital to trade for somebody, because I can promise you if SGA keeps going the way he's going, Josh keeps going the way he's going, you're going to want to get veteran guys to come to Oklahoma City and play. And, I hear a lot of these, dudes on the radio talking. Y'all need to shut the hell up. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. People will come to Oklahoma City. The problem with people before, nobody wanted to play with Westbrook. He's a cancer. That's why they didn't want to play with him. That's why you can just see the guys we brought in. You look at these guys. As soon as they leave Oklahoma City Thunder, they flourish. Why? They didn't want to play with Westbrook. He was a cancer. And fortunately, the Thunder got rid of him and were able to flourish and do more once he was gone. And that's the key to what's happening to the Thunder right now, is that we've got a budding star in SGA. We got a guy who could be a star in in Josh. And, Chet is, to me, is like I've said before, he's going to be 14 points, 16 max, and, 8 boards, 7 boards, and 2 blocks. We've seen this story many times in the NBA. Tall, skinny, thin. We've seen that. Doesn't work. Halftime stats. Well, you can swear the Knicks just absolutely murdered us. 68-59. And the Thunder, when you look at what they did, the Thunder scored only 24 points in the second quarter. This is where we lost the game. And when you look at it, you can see this is where we lost the game right here. Right here. Knicks 68, Thunder 59. Knicks 6 for 18 from 3. And remember the first quarter, they were what? 5 for 12. 55% instead of 68%, 23 rebounds, 38 pips points in the paint, and then of course 6 turnovers. And then you look at us, 9 turnovers. That cost us the game. We just couldn't take care of the basketball for whatever reason, and we could not finish. We could not finish. I'm like, please, somebody make a damn layup. We could not finish for whatever reason. It was just, I don't know if the group we had in there, Omen Yuri missed a point blank shot underneath. And the problem is, he works hard, but he's short. He's small. And the Knicks were 6'11, 6'9, 6'8, 6'7, 6'6. Athletic, long, can run, can jump, can block shots. Us on their hand, we're just trying to do what we can do to get through. Oklahoma City 4 for 11 from 3 for 48%. 18 rebounds, 28 pips, 9 turnovers, and then, of course, bench scoring once again tight. Knicks losing this time to the Thunder, who were winning. The Thunder were down after the first quarter, but the Thunder came back, and the bench stepped up in this second quarter. But that being said, we were outscored 31-24, and you can't have that. I mean, it's really that simple. You got to score 31-24, and that was the game. Because third quarter we were tied all together, but that's the ball game right here, second quarter. And, you had, one lineup that just drove me crazy. You started out, like I said, and I told you who we all started out with. And then the one lineup, you had Baisley, you had Josh, and Josh was just absolutely exhausted. And, Mark even commented on how exhausted he was. You had Lindy Waters out there, Baisley, all out there with Josh, and he was just, you could just see his frustration level, but he was so tired. He was so tired, but you could just watch what was going on with that, and it just drove me, it just drove me crazy. It pissed me off. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep going into it. We'll figure it out. But anyway, let's pay some bills real quick. Want to thank Collaborative Logic and their support. If you have any needs for any computers, or they can do custom software to streamline your business, as well as if you have websites, they can design and do that as well. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, those are the guys to talk to. My guy Mark Long is the contact there, of course. Jose Fierro and Oak Grove Trucking and the things that he does. If you had any rocks or dirt to be moved, he is the guy. And then, of course, Greg and Max Nafee at Nafe Co. And last but not least, YNB, family owner, operated since 1912. The bank that makes things happen. Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify for any loans online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And then, of course, we also want to thank them for sponsoring our remote live streams so that we can support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. And we appreciate all their help with that. So now going into the third quarter, remember the Thunder are down 59-68. He's going with SGA, Dort, Josh, Omen Yuri, and Robinson Earl. So, okay, SGA, Dort, Josh, Robinson Earl. So now you're starting a two-way player to start the third quarter. And remember, the Thunder were the best team in the NBA in points scored on average and differential. 31 points a game, 4.1 difference. And this is what you come up with. You're starting SGA, Dort, Josh, Robinson Earl, and Omen Yuri. I'm just going, it's just frustrating to me. I don't understand it. You're going to try to tell me Wiggins, Omen Yuri, who's a two-way player, is better than Aaron Wiggins. I mean, it's just, Aaron Wiggins should be starting. And whether you start Robinson, Earl, or Poku, depending on the side, but Poku is hurt, but you start that lineup. To me, that's your best lineup, along with J-Dub coming in and going along with SGA, Dort, Josh, J-Dub, and either Poku, Robinson, Earl as your other guy. That's just I don't understand what the Thunder are doing. I really don't. I don't. I it's just so frustrating to me. And then we're down 94-83, and you've got SGA, J Dub, Lindy Waters, Isaiah Joe, and I can't read my writing here, and Muscala. And I'm looking at that, and I'm just going, okay, we got some shooters. You got Isaiah Joe out there for scoring, and then you got Lindy Waters supposedly out there for shooting, and then Muscala for shooting, and then you've got SGA and J Dub to handle everything else. Did not work. Did not work. We could not get closer than 10 points. They were just right there, pretty much 9, 10 points the whole time. They just kept at arm's length. We'd make a run, but we're 9 points down. We're 10 points down. We're 9 points down. We're 10 points down because they could come on the other end because we just could not get defensive stops tonight. And you would think being at home, that's the one thing that you could do is stop people on the defensive side, and that did not happen for the Thunder tonight. The third quarter was just an absolute mess, I think, because of the simple fact that we did go 29-29, okay, and trying to make up. But the problem is you're the number one team in the league in scoring in a 4 point differential. So if we only scored 29, they should have scored 25. But that did not happen and cut into their lead. That did not happen. Once again, the Thunder's defense didn't let them down. What was I talking about doing? Getting out there, not giving them open looks. And, to their defense, we played decent defense on Brunson. But Barrett, R.J. Barrett, and Randall just did whatever the hell they wanted because, Kendrick Williams could not stop him. Omen Uri, he got him for the body to try to body him up on Julius Randle, but Julius is too skilled. He's just too skilled. There's nothing you can do. Then you got Lindy Waters guarding R.J. Barrett. Are you serious? Frustrating. Frustrating. Today was a very frustrating, and I'm a huge Thunder guy, and I support our team, and I want us to do good. But then it's frustrating to me to watch what coach the lineups he's throwing out there. I'm like, if you're trying to win, you're not trying to win with the lineups you're throwing out there. You don't start a G League player starting in your rotation. Are you serious? Third quarter, Knicks 98, OKC 87. And then when you look at the 3 point percentage, the Knicks were 9 for 26, Thunder 52%, 36 rebounds. Excuse me, the Knicks 52%, 36 rebounds, 52 pips. I love the pips, the points in the paint, and 9 turnovers. And then OKC Thunder, of course, took care of the basketball. Remember, we had 9 turnovers at half, only picked up 2 in the third quarter, so we took care of the basketball. But we were 7 of 20 at this point from 3. And remember, the second half, we were 4 of 14. So we were 3 for 6. Not bad. A way to try to get back in the game, but you got to get stops on the other side, and we just could not get stops. 47% from the field, 29 rebounds, 40 pips, points in the paint. Only had 40 of those and 11 turnovers. And then here we are with bench scoring. We outscored them by 3 that quarter. And, this part of it is just trying to get through, and to win games, you got to be able to stop the other team and do what you got to do with that. So that being said, for me, the third quarter, which is normally our quarter, did not turn out that way. The Knicks did everything that they wanted to do, and once again, we just couldn't stop people. Open looks, they're just too physical. They were just too big, too strong, too physical for us. We did not match up with them. A la the other time in New York, SGA just went off. He had a big time moment. Josh was going crazy. He had a triple double. And that's how you have to beat them. And, when you're going to see when I go over the box scores tonight, or when I get through with this, we'll go over the box scores, and you can see pretty much what I was talking about as that, because we win as a group, we survive as a group, we thrive as a group. But it starts on the defensive side of the basketball, getting steals, cutting out. That's where it starts at, and that's what you've got to do for that. So, fourth quarter, the final box score for the fourth quarter. Uh, the Knicks 129, the Thunder 119. Knicks improving to 7-7. The Thunder dropping to 7-10 now, which is kind of what people kind of expected us to be. Is right in that area, but we're still okay, I think, to be able to get what we need to get done. Knicks 11 for 34, 52%, 48 rebounds, 72 pips, and you can see that's where we lost the game right there. Being outscored by 12 points in the paint, they just killed us in the paint. They absolutely just killed us. But we missed a lot of shots that we should have made. A lot of shots. 13 turnovers for them. OKC Thunder 8 for 24 from the field. I love the 24 number. I just like that 25. 30 at times, but 25 is just a good number for me for the Thunder, for a team who doesn't shoot that well from the three. I think 25 to 28 is just about all we should ever shoot. 48% from the field, 38 rebounds, 60 pips, which is that's 12 points difference for points in the paint. And Mark was showing me the different stuff that they were doing, and I'm just like, wow, couldn't believe it. And then 14 turnovers, bench scoring, as you can see how it turned out, and you're looking at bench scoring going, what in the is going on? What is going on? We were up over them, and then all of a sudden we're not. And it's just frustrating because I'm just like, how do you not, how is that possible for this to be this way? You make a run, you do all the little things you're supposed to do, and it doesn't happen. Very, very frustrating for me to see that happen. Then, here's my favorite thing to do is the halftime versus the end of game so that you can see as a fan of our show and as a basketball fan, you can understand, because it's always nice to be, because you don't usually ever get a chance to look at the scoreboard or the scorecard at the end of the game. You don't know what the box score was. Now, back in the day with newspapers, they'd have the box score for you to read. But anyway, you can see this right here, what happened. The Knicks ended up being 5 of 16 from 3. We were 4 for 13 from 3. Second half, of course. They were shooting 55%. We got it down to 40 to 52. We were at 48, so we were nice and even. Rebounds, you can see we had 20 rebounds. They had 25. And then we were only down by 10 in points in the paint. It ended up being down by 12. But the key is you can see the turnovers. They had 7 turnovers in the second half, and we had 5. And that was the difference right there. That was the difference right there, and that we did not get blown out. But it was like every time we turn around, we would get within 9, get within 9, get within 9, get within 8. Get within 10, and we couldn't get stops. We couldn't get multiple stops in a row. We couldn't stop them more than 2 or 3 times in a row, and without them going to get another basket, and it just absolutely killed us. There was just nothing we could do, and we needed to be able to stop them, and we could not, unfortunately, for the Thunder. But, we still can get some stuff done, and I'm not totally messed up or mad about the Thunder because, the simple fact, we do have a team, and remember, we're 1 of 30. And I noticed tonight the Loud City, people are starting to fill back up with Loud City. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for getting back up. I love the fact that Loud City's coming. Now, if we can get the club level people back. Come on, guys. Come on back. We can get the club level people back. The lower bowl is still the lower bowl. It's not totally empty. It's actually got some people there, but the club level is just looking pathetic. And it was like last year. It was when we got back. It was the club level and suites. Now the suites are back, but the club level is not. And all those people who used to go to club, they're not there anymore. Please, guys, come on back. I mean, I remember when you'd go to the bar to get a drink and, you're 4 deep trying to get a drink. Now you just walk up to the bar and it's just, boom, you can get a drink. It's not that, 2-minute wait. Now the bartenders carrying them are fantastic. But on the other side of that, it's simply because there's not enough people there up at club level where you've got to wait for a drink. And that's very frustrating because, people, we need you to come back to the games. We need you to support our team. We are young. We have the youngest team in the league. We have talent. there is talent if you'll just come and watch and be able to appreciate that. And that's why I'm doing this live stream, is for you guys to see and to be able to appreciate what our team has and what we have to offer, because we have quite a bit. Here are the box scoring, and you can see what everybody did right here. SGA 30 points, 9 for 22. Once again, another poor shooting night. He was 6 for 18 last night, so it's two bad shooting nights in a row for him. If you want to say that shooting 40-something% is bad, it's still bad for him because he's been shooting 50% and lights out. 0 for 2 from 3-point, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Josh, 18 points, nice night for him, over 50%, 8 for 15 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. Both of these guys, two best players. So our three best players were 3, 4, 8 from 3, which is not too bad, 30-something%, which is basically what we shot tonight. I think we shot 33%, something like that. 8 rebounds, Josh, 9 rebounds and 7 assists, almost another triple-double for him. Dort, 24 points, 9 for 14 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. 8 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 3 assists. Robinson Earl, 8 points, 3 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. He is, to me, our best3-point shooter, along with Muscala, when Muscala does shoot the basketball. And I think, what was Muscala tonight? 1 for 2 for 3, 50%. Anyway, Robinson Earl, only 2 rebounds. We need that to get up, big fella. You need to be around 6, 8 rebounds. Kendrick Williams, 4 points. 2 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3. He's going to get his 3-point shot up for sure. 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, but he just got dominated, by Randall. He just, not John Randall, but Randall. He just dominated us. Nothing we could do about it. Baisley, 7 points, 2 for 5, 0 for 2, 3 rebounds, and the Baisley show in the paint, it was canceled due to lack of quality content. He just runs down there and he just goes down there and thinks, I'm just going to score, and you can just tell he's just flat out just trying, and he's hustling. He's trying to figure it out, but he has no skill set, and he's got to have a skill set, and he does not have one. Lindy Waters, 3 points, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Zeros across the board after that. I mean, he's like Omenyuri. He's a nice G League player, but he needs to be in the G League and not up here playing too many significant minutes. Omenyuri, 2 points, 1 for 3, 0 for 1. No ribbies. J-Dub, once again, love that young man. I mean, what a pickup by Presti. 13 points, 5 for 11 from the field, 0 for 3 with 4 rebounds. He's going to be a player. We really like this kid. Man, I like him. Then Mike Muscala, of course, 3 points, 1 for 2 from the field. And basically, those were his threes. He was 1 for 2 from 3, which is 50%. Can't beat that, but he needs to be able to shoot more. Trey Mann, 3 points, 1 for 5, 1 for 3. He's definitely going to get his shots up, but, he's just, I don't know, something about Trey doesn't seem like, he seems like he's out of rhythm now, doesn't know where to play or doesn't know what he's doing. Not know what he's doing, but knows where he fits in. Isaiah Joe, zeros across the board, basically 1 rebound, 2 assists. Aaron Wiggins, 4 points, 1 for 1, took 1 shot, 3 rebounds. I just don't. He's a guy who should start. He should not be coming off the bench. He should not be coming off the bench. That's just me. SGA, Dort, Josh Giddey, Wiggins, and then you put whomever, whether it's Robinson Earl or Poku or whatever, in there with them. I mean, that's your starting 5. That should be out there every game, and then you just substitute after that. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's very frustrating to me as a fan to see that. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I just don't. I mean, I'm a fan, and I'm sitting here watching, and it's clear who your starting should be and who's, because that's who you started on the road trip. Look, we were 2-2. We've been winning, and now all of a sudden you're going to start Kendrick Williams. Don't understand it. Don't understand it. But if we're going to tank, let's tank. Just let us know. but these guys aren't going to want to tank. SGA wants to win, and you can tell, and you can look at these guys. They want to win. They don't want to. They don't want to get beat. They want to win. They want to win. We want you. We want them to win. We want a winning product. But we understand we're getting better. And yes, I would love to have one more taste, or have two picks in the lottery. Yes, I would love to have that. I would love to have that. But if not, okay, let's go. We got draft pick. We already got draft capital. Let's go get us somebody, because we have a good nucleus of some young players. Because like I said, we got SGA and we have Josh, and then you got Dort coming on. You definitely got J Dub coming on. So that gives you 4 right there. And then we'll see what the hell happens when we get Chet back next year, and see what happens. And by the way, Chet, next time you play in a pro-am, there's no just get the hell out of the way and let LeBron dunk or whomever. It's a dunk fest. It's a glorified scrimmage. It's for fun. It's to show off stuff. It's not to play hard and try to play defense and prove that you belong. Because all you proved is that your history is what a lot of people thought it was going to be if you're getting hurt. And that's sad. So, that being said, I want everybody to be safe out there. Thank you for staying up this late to watch this edition of After the Storm. And remember, tomorrow we will be on for the Unpopular Hour going over what happened with the USA today, the USA men's soccer team, how we tied 1-1. And by all rights, could have lost the match. Could have lost the match because of 2 dumb plays, one by, which I still don't know why he fouled him in the box, and then the goalie coming out of the net. Anyway, if you want to know more about it, we'll talk about it tomorrow on the Unpopular Hour. And once again, everybody be safe. Peace out. Thank you for watching.